Blood sugar is 63. I've been low ever since cross-country practice.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Diabetics. Right off the start, I just got home from cross-country practice, so I'm wearing a t-shirt and a ponytail and I am all sweaty. So, excuse the look. But this week's theme, we're talking about things people say that annoy type 1 diabetics or we get tired of hearing, or just things that kind of don't sit well with us when people say it to us. So I got some here written down on my phone that I thought of, so I wanted to share them with you guys. And if you can relate to any of these, comment down below. And I'm sure most people think of the same ones that annoy them. There's probably some pretty common ones. The first thing I thought of that people say that annoys me is when people say, I don't want to eat that, it'll give me diabetes. So the first example I can think of is at school every day. I haven't heard it much this year, but last year and in middle school, they'd yell out ice cream because after you get your tray, you can also go back to get ice cream like towards the end of lunch. And I remember specifically someone would say, I don't want to eat that, I don't want to get diabetes from that. And that's just really annoying me. What? Guys, I'm low right now and I'm like, I can't even talk to you guys. Like, I'm shaking. But it's just annoying when people think that you get diabetes from eating ice cream. And I've heard it in many other occasions, and I'm sure some of you have as well. The next thing that annoys me is this looks like diabetes, is when people look at their food and just go, wow, I'm gonna get diabetes, or this looks like diabetes. An example I have of this is I was watching a YouTube video, so no one personally said it. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair. I just looked so bad. I'm just trying to look halfway decent, but it's not working. I was watching this YouTuber and they ordered this pizza and they looked at it and they go, this looks like diabetes, and then they ate it. So I guess they got diabetes from it. I mean, I guess we'll never know, you know? Guys, I'm so low, like I'm shaking and I just wanna, this is the type of low feeling you get when you wanna eat all the food. Like, there's different types of lows. You don't really feel it. Sometimes it's annoying. And then sometimes you just wanna eat all the food in the kitchen. And that's right now. I just wanna go in there and start eating. But luckily I'm filming this video, so it's gonna prevent me from spiking super high since I'm not gonna go in there and eat a bunch of food right now. If I wasn't filming a video, I'd be in the kitchen at the moment eating. Alright, the next thing I thought of was when people say, can you eat that? It has sugar in it. So an example of this was when I think it was a piece of candy. Sometime I was eating something and someone said, can you eat that? It has a lot of sugar in it. I'm like, yeah, I can eat whatever I want as long as I take insulin for it. So it just annoys me when people think I can't eat something because it has sugar in it. So it just annoys me when people think I can't eat something just because it has sugar in it, because your girl can eat whatever she wants as long as she takes insulin for it. Next thing that annoys me is when people say, or when they hand out candy to the class. Like, they don't really do it anymore, but in middle school, if the teacher would hand out candy to the class, sometimes, I mean, they weren't doing it on purpose, they were trying to be nice, but it's just kind of annoying, is when they'd hand out candy to the class and they'd be like, oh, do I need to get you like some sugar-free candy or something like that? Like, they were totally being nice, and I appreciate that they were trying to think of me and give me a kind offer to get me sugar-free candy, but it's just kind of annoying that they think that I can't have it. You know what I'm saying? Next is when people say, diabetes is just so easy, just don't eat sugar, like it's nothing compared to all these other diseases. When I bet if you had to live one day of it, you'd change your mind real quick, real fast. Like in the first 30 minutes, you change your mind. Diabetes is more than just not eating sugar. It is managing your blood sugar 24/7, literally 24/7. Like, these past few nights I've had so much homework and I've had to go to bed kind of late, and then I've still, you can see my hand shaking, but I've still had to wake up sometimes in the middle of the night to eat a snack, and I don't really have a choice. It's just, it's not as easy as one may think. Next is more towards when I'm at school And this is more people just joking around with me, but it still is a little bit annoying. When I pull out my phone to look at my Dexcom, people will say, ooh, you have your phone out, just kind of joking around with me, but it's still a little bit annoying. Just kind of gets on my nerves, especially if I'm in a bad mood at the moment. It's like, for real, you're gonna go there with me. Not in the mood. Next is when people say, you have diabetes, but you're so small. Like, I would have never thought you had diabetes. Thanks? Like, I don't know what to say to that. That's just a little bit weird. I mean, I guess they're kind of giving you a compliment, like, thanks. You don't get type 1 diabetes from being overweight, so like, it doesn't really make sense. I know some like 3-year-olds that have gotten it, and even babies, and clearly they aren't overweight. They're teeny tiny, so just doesn't make sense. And the last one is when people say that they feel so bad for me and that they couldn't even imagine living with diabetes and they couldn't do it. They don't think that they could deal with it. And I'm like, if I saw somebody, like, I was never really exposed to diabetes really before I was diagnosed, but if I saw someone with it, I would probably think the same thing, like, wow, that must be really, really hard. It's kind of the opposite of the thing I said earlier, is diabetes is so easy. And then if you actually see it, you'll realize it really is hard. And some people say, wow, I feel so bad for you, I could never live with that. Well, I mean, if you had diabetes, you really would have to live with it. I mean, no one wants to say, hey, I could do that, that looks pretty easy. No one's gonna say that, but if you are diagnosed, you're gonna have to kind of deal with it. It's not really a choice or an option you have. If you wanna survive and be healthy and live a long and healthy life, you're gonna have to take care of it and just adjust your lifestyle to deal with it, basically. So it's not really a choice you have. This was my really quickly filmed video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. My blood sugar is low. There's my Dexcom alarm right now. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna go eat the whole entire kitchen. Don't tell anyone. This is just a secret between me and you, okay? Just shh, don't tell anyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye, guys. Actually took a bite.